Welcome to Post Time. I'm Heather Vitale. Any other year at this time, we would be at a big banquet celebrating the equine stars that were honored by the Delaware Standardbred Owners Association. Now, we still will be showcasing this standout talent, but just a little differently. Yes, the precautions from COVID-19 has kept our first date racing community from gathering together at a special celebration dinner. But it hasn't kept us from honoring those who had wonderful meets at Harrington Raceway and Dover Downs last season. So instead of giving away trophies at a fancy banquet, we're going to present them at another awesome place, the racetrack. The way this will work is today we'll be recognizing our award equine winners from Harrington Raceway, plus the James T. Case Jr. Horizon Award winner of 2020. Then next week, we'll celebrate horses from the previous Dover Downs meet. Yes, 2 Sundays in a row of Post Time honoring DSOA winners. We will be giving out awards later in the show, but first, we're gonna take in a little action from Dover Downs. To kick off the half hour, we are bringing in a full field of $17,500 claimers going behind the gate at the First Date 5/8 Mile Oval in this brand new 2021 year. It's a group of 9 pacers headed to post, and we'll head up to the top of the grandstand to Jack Gallagher for the call.
There, off there goes Gunslinger Hill out for that lead. Also moving out Roger Mockham. Moving up between horses in force. Already out there. That's Kathy's Son as they make their way into the turn. Roger Mockham. That's Kathy's Son toward the rail. Caught out 3 wide. Force back Gunslinger Hill. Then it's in force, who got away 4th. Racing in 5th, Rock and Roll. Then comes Always the Sun, followed by What a Treasure. At the end, our Skyway Fireball, and the trailer, Bad Boy Brad. 26 seconds flat as they make their way by the stands. And up front, that's Roger Mockham leading by 2 lengths. Racing in 2nd is Kathy's Son. That's Gunslinger Hill, who had to settle for 3rd. Racing 4th, in force, 2 lengths to Rock and Roll. Then comes Always the Sun, followed by What a Treasure. Trailing into that turn are Skyway Fireball and Bad Boy Brad. Field makes the way over toward the half. That's Roger Mockham with the 2.5, 3-length lead. Kathy's Son is racing 2nd, followed by Gunslinger Hill, comes to the outside, followed by In Force. Another 2 back to Rock and Roll. They went by the half in a speedy 53 3/5 as they race up the back stretch. On top is Roger Mockham. The lead is about 2 now. Closing in is Gunslinger Hill. Can drop right in there 2nd in front of the tiring Kathy's Son. Alongside is In Force. Out is Rock and Roll. Following Rock and Roll, Skyway Fireball, 121 4/5. They race around the final turn. Roger Mockham still there. Gunslinger Hill, In Force on the outside, followed by Rock and Roll. Wide from last up into 5th is Bad Boy Brad. They come toward the top of the stretch now. They turn for home, and with the lead by 1.5 lengths and lugging in a bit, Roger Mockham. Roger Mockham's got the lead. They're closing in. Here's In Force. Here comes Rock and Roll. They drive for the wire. Rock and Roll gets up over In Force in 151 2.
Only a neck separated 3 at the wire, but it was Rock and Roll winning this tight one in 151 2 with Tony Morgan in the driver's seat. Owned by Donald Fowler, the 9-year-old paid over $40 for the Will Reynolds stable. Second right there was In Force, and a close 3rd went to Roger Mockham. We're heading into a little break now, and when we return, we'll find out which 4-legged stars in the First Date took home awards at the 2020 Harrington Raceway meet. But before we do that, let's find out the racing schedule at Dover Downs, because that's the racetrack where you can see live harness racing excitement right now in Delaware. It's Monday through Thursday. There is a first race post time of 4:30 p.m. And while you're at Dover Downs, come and check out the Race and Sports Book for exciting simulcasting and sports action. You can watch and cheer on harness and thoroughbred horses, plus your favorite sports teams from across the country. The hours are Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And remember, there is always free parking and free admission at Dover Downs. For more information, just call 302-674-4600 or visit them on the web at doverdowns.com. Welcome back to Post Time as we take a look at the Delaware Standardbred Owners Association equine stars who were shining super bright at the Harrington Raceway 2020 meet. First, let's check out the claimer of the meet as honored by the DSOA, which was awarded to Monty's Play.
Coming toward the top of the stretch, Monty's Play with a big lead. Big Pocket Team moves up into second off the rail, and into third is Jet Blue Miracle coming through the stretch. Monty's Play is all alone as they come toward the wire. Monty's Play with a big lead. Monty's Play by 5 or 6.
Monty's Play started 10 times with 7 trips to the winner's circle and earnings of over $47,000. The son of Shadow Play, owned by William Sarton and trained by Joe Hunderfund Jr., did change hands a couple times during the meet at the Kent County half-mile track. But the majority of his earnings were made for the Hunderfund stable, and I was able to present the trophy to Joe recently during a race night at Dover Downs.
First of all, Joe, congratulations with Monty's Play. You had to have a pretty good idea that he was going to get an award, right?
Yes, for sure. And he peaked at the right time. The whole Harrington meet, he just made it so easy for me because he just kept himself so sharp and so good the whole meet. He did what he had to do.
Now, I know that you don't have him right now because he did get claimed from you.
Right.
However, you had him the majority of the time, and he made the most money with you. So what was your journey with him? Like, when did you get him? How long did you have him?
Well, Mr. Sarton had him up in Poconos, and then for whatever reason, he decided to send him down here and let me try him at Harrington. And it worked out really well. I really like racing claimers because you get to pick where you want to race the horse instead of it being dictated to you by his earnings or wins or whatnot, but obviously it comes with a risk. So if you want to make money, you have to kind of put him where he could be competitive. Other people see that, and lo and behold, he got claimed from us. I didn't want to lose him, but I wanted to keep making money with him.
Yeah, well, that's a chance to take. I mean,
exactly,
you know?
exactly.
So we know he did such a great job on the racetrack. Then what about behind the scenes?
He was pretty much like flawless. You would never even know he was in the barn, really. He just minded his manners. He loved being out in the field. He was an easy keeper. He loved being with other horses. He was just an all-around nice horse.
Well, congratulations. I'm so happy to give you this award tonight.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Now, let's take a look at the 2020 Trotter of the meet at Harrington Raceway, with Beer Hall taking home that honor.
They near the top of the stretch now, and Beer Hall has gone up and cleared, and taking up the chase now. Reform Renegade dropping back. Psycho Cinderella, they straighten away. Beer Hall on top. Beer Hall's got the lead with Reform Renegade on the outside coming toward the wire. It'll be Beer Hall. Beer Hall's in front.
Beer Hall, owned by Stacy Stafford and trained and driven by her husband, Art Stafford Jr., competed 9 times, taking home 4 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. The son of Conway Hall earned almost $27,000 at the Harrington meet.
Stacy, Trotter of the meet at Harrington, so exciting. How do you feel about that?
Floored, blown away. It was exciting. I mean, I've had a lot of nice horses over the years, and finally we had a horse of the meet. I mean, Blazing Bobby Sox didn't even get horse of the meet anywhere. So it was pretty exciting. It was cool.
Tell me about Beer Hall, because you actually have a nickname for him, and he's got quite a personality.
His nickname is Bud. Go figure. Beer, Bud. Yeah. We're all original. He's pretty cool. He's can be a bit of a little monkey at times, but I mean, he likes all of us, and he seems to like his job a lot. He likes the boys. He's one of our favorites in the barn. He's got just one buddy. He feels that three's a crowd. Yeah, he's cool. He's got little trotter ears, not big trotter ears. So that kind of like Arthur's like, he looks like a pony. And I'm like, well, he's a fast pony, so who cares?
So actually, and his BFF is a pony, right?
Yes, he's my little roan pony. He's a large pony, actually. He's not little, so they're not that terribly offset in their sizes and personalities as well, because they are both mischievous and typical pony personalities.
Now, you got him at the beginning of 2020, so then like COVID hits. Could have worked to your benefit possibly?
Definitely. He had quarter cracks in 3 out of 4 feet, and as the old saying goes, no foot, no horse. So we were able to take a step back because he was very close to qualifying when the pandemic hit, and get him healthy, get his feet grown out, and looking a lot better than they did. They didn't grow out completely, but we got it quite a ways down from the hairline. And he started to come around when Harrington was ready to have qualifiers. We were ready to go. And it was pretty much, the first race was a little dicey. It was a little, made a few changes in his equipment, and seemed to work because he went into doing his job the way he's supposed to.
Patience paid off. I'm so happy for you and your
Thank you.
family. That's awesome. Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you.
Beer Hall has been continuing to have success as we've moved over to the Dover Downs meet. So let's check out this trotter with post position 5, who's known as Bud around the barn, in an event at Delaware's 5/8 mile Harness Oval.
Opening quarter was 27 3/5 as they trot by the stands, and it's Massive Vodka. Pardon My Way is there. Wingsuit moves to the outside, goes up after the leader as they make their way toward the clubhouse turn. Back to fourth, Rose Run Vincent, 2 lengths to Beer Hall. At the end, Molto Bene and Flaming Tricks. They race into the turn, and Wingsuit has gone up and gotten the lead. Massive Vodka back to second. Pardon My Way is now third. Coming to the outside, Beer Hall. Following Beer Hall, Molto Bene. Down toward the inside now is Rose Run Vincent, coming to the outside from last, Flaming Tricks. 57 2/5. They head over toward the back stretch. And going right up and getting the lead, Beer Hall. Beer Hall by 2.5. Molto Bene races up into second. Wingsuit back to third. Massive Vodka got shoveled to fourth. As they continue up the back stretch toward the far turn, Beer Hall. Molto Bene on the outside. Wingsuit trying to get off the rail is Massive Vodka. Can't do it right now. 125 4/5. They make their way midway on the final turn. Beer Hall a 2-lane lead over Molto Bene. 2.5 more back to Massive Vodka, who moves to the outside, trying to get up into third around Wingsuit. Pardon My Way is loose. They're at the top of the stretch. Beer Hall is off by 3 lengths. Beer Hall with the 3-length lead. Molto Bene racing in second. Far outside, here comes Pardon My Way into third. They near the wire, and Beer Hall is cleared. Pardon My Way strongly, but too late. Beer Hall, Pardon My Way, and Molto Bene 155 3.
Beer Hall wins by a neck for owner Stacy Stafford. The 5-year-old trotter, trained and driven by Art Stafford Jr., crossed the wire in 155 3 in a recent race at Dover Downs. We're looking forward to seeing Beer Hall have continued success in 2021. And our final award from the Harrington Raceway 2020 season is for Horse of the Meet, and the winner of that honor is My Last Bet.
They come toward the top of the stretch, and it's My Last Bet coming off the turn, leading by 2. My Last Bet, she's a rocker, swings to the outside, down the rail, Arts and Flowers. They drive for the wire. My Last Bet is still there. Arts and Flowers on the inside. My Last Bet in front.
My Last Bet, owned and bred by George Teague Jr. and trained by Clyde Francis, had 13 starts, 4 wins, 3 seconds, and a third. Last season at the half mile, the daughter of Del Marvelous earned close to $43,000.
Clyde, My Last Bet. Some girl power happening. Now she got Horse of the Meet. So tell me a little bit about her. How long have you had her?
Actually, we raised her. She was out of a mare that we raced called Betting Machine. And actually, she was an orphan. Betting Machine died when she was a little And Tommy actually fed her with a bucket because she couldn't nurse a bottle. A bucket with the milk. And when she was real young, she was a homely looking little thing. But she grew up to be a nice, gorgeous horse. Gorgeous.
One thing about her, she had a really great meet, but she's actually continued to win as well.
Yeah. That's the main thing. I mean, she works her way up the ladder, then she breaks her way back down, then she goes back up. So, it's been good. She stays sound, healthy.
So you said like when she was younger, she struggled a little bit. Tommy Kugel, the foaling manager, had some, had a big job with her. But yeah, I mean, like, so through the years, did it just all of a sudden one day she just sprouted, or how was that progression with her?
Well, early training down, we liked her a lot, and she raced. I remember one night she raced here. She come first up. She went in like 54. I think she was a 2-year-old then. And we thought, she'd be all right. And the next start she raced, she didn't race good. She had got sick. Then after that, she never was the same for a long time. She was like in and out, But, most of the time she races good for us.
Well, congratulations. Oh, I should ask you also, are you surprised by the award, or did you think, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's going to get it?
Never had it. That was the furthest thing from my mind. I heard when the horse to me. I got a letter in the mail, and I think George called me and told me. And I got a letter in the mail from the DSOA. That's how I found it out. But glad to get the award.
Yeah, she earned it.
Yes,
she
she did.
earned it.
Yes.
And I love watching her race here at Dover Downs this meet. So congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Now let's check out my last bet, as she recently visited the Dover Downs Winner's Circle this month. She goes behind the gate with post position 5 in here as she takes on this field of talented fillies and mares.
Quarter time, 27 1/5. Field makes the way by the stands, and on top now is my last bet. Rockin' Philly sits in second in front of Edge of Eternity. Feeling Sweet is fourth, 2 lengths to Psychic Blue Chip. Then comes Miss Kayla J. Fra, and at the end, Squall of Hanover. Field makes the way into the clubhouse turn. On top by length and a half, that's my last bet. Rockin' Philly is there. Edge of Eternity still third, racing fourth, Feeling Sweet. Then comes Psychic Blue Chip by Miss Kayla J. Fry, coming to the outside, Squall of Hanover. 56 and 2, they head over toward the back stretch. Up front, my last bet, followed by Rockin' Philly. Feeling Sweet came to the outside toward the rail, Edge of Eternity. Squall of Hanover's up into 5th, back to 6th goes Psychic Blue Chip. The trailer now is Miss Kayla J. Fra. They race into that far turn. The leader, my last bet, Feeling Sweet on the outside toward the rail, Rockin' Philly. Squall of Hanover's out there, down toward the rail, Edge of Eternity, 124 and 2/5. They make the way toward the top of the stretch now, and it's my last bet. The lead is almost 2 lengths. Feeling Sweet races on the outside, Rockin' Philly toward the rail. Squall of Hanover swings 4 wide. They come off the turn, and my last bet's got the lead. Rockin' Philly, Edge of Eternity down the inside. They drive for the wire. It's going to be my last bet in front. My last bet.
My last bet leads the way around the Dover Downs Oval for owner breeder George Teague Jr. with his son Montrell Teague in the driver's seat. The 5-year-old mare crossed the finish line in 1:52 and 2 for trainer Clyde Francis. Congrats again to all of our 2020 Harrington Raceway Delaware Standardbred Owners Association award winners. And remember, next week we'll be honoring the DSOA winners from Dover's previous season. So make sure you tune in again next Sunday. But still to come, we'll talk with Jason Johnson, who was the recipient of the James T. Case Jr. Horizon Award. So don't go away. Post time, we'll be right back. Hey everyone, I'm Heather Vitale, and you have tuned in to a very special post time. We can't actually have a big banquet this year for the Delaware Standardbred Owners Association award winners, but we are having a virtual celebration, if you will.
And now it's time to give out the special honor of the James T. Case Jr. Horizon Award. Congratulations to the 2020 recipient, Jason Johnson, who had a breakout season. Jason just started building his own stable in recent years and has been making a big impression on the Delaware racing circuit. And we got a chance to get to know our Horizon Award winner a little better on a recent race night at Dover Downs. Jason, how excited and surprised were you to get this award, and how did you find out?
I was very excited. I got a letter in the mail, I think right before Christmas from the DSOA, so very honored, very pleased.
Tell me about your story. How did you get into racing?
I grew up in it. My brother, Mike Johnson, he had horses with George Dennis, Eddie Dennis, and George Tig, so I kind of grew up into it.
And who have you worked for in the past? Because obviously you didn't just start your own stable.
No. I just started about 5-6 years ago full time, but my first job was with George and Tina Dennis, I think. That's where I learned a lot of stuff. I didn't get into it until my teenage years. I grew up with Mike Cole, so we all kind of just fell in there. They helped me out a lot early.
Great people to work for and to learn from.
Oh yeah, definitely. Worked for Josh Green, Kevin Lair, Ed Gannon Jr. So,
all right.
A lot of experience.
So tell me about your life outside of racing. Wife, kids?
Yep, my wife Amy, she's at AI DuPont, respiratory therapist. Spend a lot of time away from each other. I'm racing usually Monday through Thursday, sometimes Friday if I got travel, and she works on the weekends. So I got a 10-year-old daughter, Ava, and 18-month-old, JD.
This past year, you really had a great year. So tell me, what's your favorite memory from 2020?
I had a few, but the one that sticks out to me is Trotter Lindy. Dave Nielsen bought him out of an Amish actually, and he was just below an open trotter, so that's probably the best memory.
What about your favorite thing about the sport? You obviously love the sport, but what do you love the most?
Just getting up every day. Every day's different. It's never the same every day. It's kind of like being a coach. Go coach the kids up and try to win some money for the owners, for myself. So caretakers, it's good. Good team effort.
I love that. I love that answer.
Yeah.
What about your future in harness racing? What do you see? I mean, you had a great 2020. What's 2021 look like?
Just try to upgrade. I mean, I got a smaller end stable right now, some claimers, some cheaper horses, but just try to upgrade a little bit and see what happens from there. A couple stakes horses eventually would be nice.
Congratulations, Jason. So happy for you.
Thank you.
And let's go right into our final race of the show, and it's a group of trotters featuring the horse our James T. Case Jr. Horizon Award winner, Jason Johnson, just talked about. So keep your eye on number 7, Tour de Lindy, as this high-stepping field heads behind the starting gate in a recent race at Dover Downs.
There off, there goes Speed Club, quickest away. Also moving out, that Special Miss. On the far outside, Fun Time Charlie toward the rail. There's a Demon in Me. Next is Skyway Raptor. Behind Skyway Raptor is Bluebird Rambo. Then comes Shared Interest, Tour de Lindy, and at the end, that's Phil Donut. They make their way around the first turn. Fun Time Charlie up to get the lead. Speed Club back to second, Special Miss third. There's a Demon in Me, got away fourth. Quarter time, 28 seconds, as the field makes the way by the stands. And up to take the lead is Fun Time Charlie. Speed Club went back to second, Special Miss third. There's a Demon in Me coming to the outside, followed by Bluebird Rambo. Down toward the inside, Skyway Raptor. Then it's Shared Interest. Alongside of Shared Interest is Tour de Lindy. Phil Donut trails the field. They make the way over toward the half. And up front, that's Fun Time Charlie, followed by Speed Club. Off stride went Bluebird Rambo. They went by the half in 57 2/5 as they head over toward the back stretch. Fun Time Charlie, a length and a half over Speed Club. Another 2 lengths. Racing on the outside, there's a Demon in Me. Special Miss drops back just a bit. Following outside, Tour de Lindy goes 3 wide right now. Phil Donut follows the 3 wide Tour de Lindy. Down inside is Skyway Raptor, followed by Shared Interest. They make their way into the far turn. Fun Time Charlie by 3 parts of a length. Tour de Lindy comes right up alongside. Phil Donut swings 3 deep down toward the inside. Speed Club, no else gaining right now. 3/4, 126 2/5. They come over toward the top of the stretch. Fun Time Charlie clings to a short lead. Tour de Lindy right up on the outside. They straighten away. Here comes Tour de Lindy after Fun Time Charlie coming through the stretch. Speed Club down the passing lane. They drive the wire. Tour de Lindy out in the center track. Tour de Lindy.
Tour de Lindy trots up from the back of the pack to win with driver Pat Barry in 1:55 and 4. The 7-year-old, owned by Josh Graber, made a 3-wide bid to win and grabbed the victory by a head for the 2020 James T. Case Jr. Horizon Award winner Jason Johnson. Congratulations to all the connections. Thanks again for joining me this morning as we honored the Delaware Standardbred Owners Association award winners from the 2020 Harrington Raceway meet. As I mentioned earlier in the show, Harrington Raceway is not open for live racing right now. We've just been honoring standouts from their 2020 season. However, Dover Downs is open and is the place to be for live harness racing excitement, which takes place 4 nights a week. That's Monday through Thursday with a first race post time of 4:30 p.m. And one more thing, don't forget, next week we'll be honoring the Delaware Standardbred Owners Association winners from Dover's previous season, so make sure you tune in again next Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, and God bless.